Right, as mentioned, our reporter Vuyo Macoba is at a Moroccan restaurant in Johannesburg as the Atlas Lions look to make history as they take on Portugal in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Vuyo, it is edge of your seat stuff right here in studio. I can only imagine what the atmosphere is like there.
I can tell you now, Buhle, this has to be the longest countdown for these Moroccan fans that have gathered here in Melville, and I'm guessing all over the world. And when you're watching on screen at the Al Thumama Stadium, just a sea of red and green, they are all counting down, and I think it's about 5 minutes left into that injury time or that added time that's been added by the referee. They're leading from that 1-0 goal that was scored by Nasri in the first half. Of course, Walid Shadira has just gotten a red card, so meaning Morocco are a man down and they are holding on to their threat. And behind me, these Moroccan fans have already started believing that this could be the historical moment for African football in the continent. I'm going to ask just my camera operator, Kevin, just to pan into them now as they watch the game, as they watch with anticipation to the end of this match. They're all counting down. Portugal has been throwing everything to the sink, to the Moroccan side. And of course, the Moroccans have tried to catch them on counter-attacks. They put on their defense full back on to make sure they defend with their hearts and souls. So we are reaching the 5th minute now into injury time, meaning 3 more minutes left before history is made by an African team, the first African football team to reach the semi-finals. I can't even believe it, as I'm even saying it on the site now, the possibility of that happening. Back in 1990, Cameroon tried it, but they failed. Then in 2002, Senegal tried it, and they failed. They couldn't progress beyond the quarterfinals. Back in 2010, at the World Cup, here held in South Africa, Ghana tried it, and of course they were beaten by Uruguay. We remember that moment very well. This time around, there were 5 teams that represented Africa at the World Cup, and only one remains, and that team right now has the possibility of making that history. And the fans that have gathered here in Melville believe that. They believe that this is the moment for African football to make history and progress to the semi-finals of the World Cup. I'm counting into the 6th minute now. 2 more minutes left for this historic moment. But as we sit here in Melville, it's all belief for these Moroccan fans and all around the world that this is the moment, of course, for African football. Let me count down with you, count down back in studio as well, Buhle. And remember this moment when the first team, African team, made it into the semi-finals of the World Cup. That's, of course, if Portugal don't score right now. Whoever goes through tonight, possibly Morocco, will meet either France or England, who are playing their match tonight. And they will face off, of course, in the semi-final on Wednesday. And it's back to you in studio.
Well, Vuyo, I must tell you that all of us here in studio are a ball of nerves. It is really difficult to keep a straight face as I read this bulletin. We'll be looking to take you back to that action just at the moment of the final whistle. I believe there's just about 30 seconds left of this match. So